Hello, welcome to EV Focus Now, and today we're going to talk about a subject that is pretty relevant. What just happened this week, and with one of these companies we're going to talk about. But basically, we're talking why EV startups need to stop. And what I mean by that is, as you may or may not have heard, Byton, the new EV startup that's been around, we've been hearing about Byton for 3 to 4 years now. They just had to suspend operations in China and furloughed all their employees in the U.S. and in China. Reports that are out there right now is that the Chinese factory has had all its utilities turned off due to non-payment, and the employees, I've heard, have not been paid for about 4 pay periods. So they haven't been able to pay their employees. Um, Byton is just one of the startups that was close to production, but was running on very thin margins in operational costs. The worldwide pandemic was just enough to hurt Byton, to make them just not have enough cash to go forward, and they couldn't get any investors to continue to give them some fluid cash to remain, keep them in business, keep them going. So, but is Byton the last one to fall? That's the question we're here to talk about. Byton, had a working prototype. It was at CES in Las Vegas. Driving around, you can search the internet and see videos of it driving around, and so they had a functional model going, and they even have some demonstration of their AI that works inside the car. It's very unique. A long, you know, long windshield to windshield, window to window display tablet that made up the dash. It was very interesting, something new. I thought it was a little overkill, but hey, you know what? It was something new, something different out there, and it's similar to what Honda has with their Honda E right now. They have one that goes the length of with a little different design, but little quadrants, different tablets of 10-inch screens going across the whole part of the car. But as you can see, Byton had a prototype, and now we're not sure what's going to happen with the company. I assume that somebody's going to buy them, either put money into their cash back in their company, the Chinese government's going to take them over, or somebody's going to absorb them because they have that technology, they have the car, they have the AI ready to go. So you could see Chrysler, FCA, you could see even Nissan, or who knows, any other company could absorb them and just relabel, brand that car into a different name and continue to use the work they've done on this car and bring it to market. It's hard to say. But let's look at other startups out there that are looking to come production soon. And, do we think they're going to make it or not? So let's go with Lucid Air. Lucid Air, we've seen their prototype. They have a video. I think they were at CES last year as well. They had a video of this prototype actually going from California to Las Vegas, Nevada on one charge. They said they did. Now I always say, okay, one charge, is that one charge with no air conditioning? Is that one charge going at 60 miles an hour? I like to know real world test on that. But they had one charge and it made it all the way to Las Vegas. So that's very impressive. So they have, I think, 14 to 30 prototypes being tested right now. But does that mean it's going to come to market? Who knows? I mean, it looks like they are, but again, these companies are running on very thin margins, and they've been hurt by what we're going through right now. Bills still have to be paid. Another one is Faraday Future. Now, Faraday Future has had a couple of CEOs take over, and they are, to me, very shaky ground. I don't know. I think Carlton, I can't think of the name. Carlton Branston, I'm not sure if I got the name right, but he used to be the CEO of Byton, went over there, and Faraday Future still trugging along, but I think they will not make it. I do not think they're going to come to market, not just because of what's going on, but other reasons why I'm going to talk to later on in this video of why these startups are going to have a harder time than ever coming to market and being profitable, as we're in the time we are right now. And besides that, in just the environment of what's out there and available as far as electric cars. Lordstown Motors, they just had a kind of, if you want to call it, a kind of a promotional press thing on that they launched their new Endurance. It was more of a political stunt to me, more or less. They didn't really show anything about the car. I did, they didn't show the inside of the car. They didn't show the car any functionality. So, at my understanding from reading, that the car may not even really run. Who knows? Or it wasn't, the inside wasn't done where they can show it. And it was like, okay, well, what's the point then? Just to say they have a car? I guess they just want to be the first one to get their truck out the market. That's fine, whatever. But when I see these press briefings and these promotional events, I want to see some functionality of the car. Let's show me what it does. Bring up something on the screen. What's the technology look like? All those kind of things. So it didn't really do that. But apparently they have their own factory and they're going to come to market. So they're looking pretty good as far as coming to market, my understanding. Rivian, obviously Rivian is probably the top one that no doubt will make it. The RT1 is been running tests. They have a new video online showing it doing an outdoor rugged test in Arizona. So, and obviously they got Amazon money backing them. They got investment from Ford and some other companies. So they're coming to market. They're working right now, just putting their efforts on the Amazon delivery trucks first. The Amazon dropped so much money into them in investment. They got to get those out first. And then the RT1 and RT2 will come out afterwards. And I think Rivian's going to be fine. I don't think they're going to fold. They're well into production, but getting production ready. And they're working on those trucks first. So they are perfectly fine, in my opinion, and will be coming to market. And then you have the, what do you call, the crowdsourced manufacturing company, not company, but car company, Lightyear One. They're still being worked on. I don't know if they're going to be a production video or vehicle, or just something that's going to be out there. I'm not really sure, but they have a unique car coming out. They have solar panels on the car, and it's supposed to do 500 miles on a charge or even more. So that's just one I just wanted to throw out there, just mention them. But I'm not sure if they're ever going to go to production, or is it more of just a research project, so to speak. But I would say out of those five, Rivian and Lucid Air seem like the pretty much for sure coming out. Going to be okay. Faraday Future, Lordstown Motors also, obviously, they look like they're going to be coming out too. So I would throw them in there. But Faraday Future, I'm not sure. Lucid Air, I can't see why they won't, but they're very similar to Byton, and they had a working prototype. They were ramping up, ready to go to production about 6 months from now, and that's it. So, Lucid Air, even though you're seeing all those things, they could still be on rough seas, so to speak, and could fold or could not make it. And besides all that, one of the other things that I want to mention about startups that are looking to launch, it's very difficult. And what I mean by that is the time to launch a startup was really 8 years ago. Before now, the mainstream manufacturers are getting into the game. That's when they really needed to get these cars out. 8 years ago, when Tesla did, back in 2012, getting these cars out there and being the first ones out there and getting market share and brand loyalty out there and working out all the bugs, that's when they should have came out. And now they're coming out, it's great. I mean, competition is great, but the problem is the field is so compact. Tesla's positioned well. They have their own charging network, which put them aside and really makes what buying a Tesla is all about. Having that charging network, no hassle, charge and go, really what makes it work. And the fact that their battery technology is way ahead, I'd say 5 to 10 years ahead of everybody else. So Tesla really is in a league by themselves. But now, I think Rivian's going to be okay, but these other startups, now you got to compete with GM and Ford now, and FCA and Peugeot and all the Chinese companies, NIO and Xpeng, all coming out in those other markets, so to speak. You have Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi. You got, who am I missing here? I mean, that's electric. Hyundai, Kia. All of them now, because now the mainstream manufacturers are getting in there, it is going to make it very tough for Lucid Air, Faraday Future, Lordstown Motors, and Rivian. I think is going to be okay because their pickup truck is so unique and they have such a back in Amazon. They'll be okay, but even for them, market share. What can they charge for these vehicles? How much can they charge? How can they stay competitive and charge something that covers their cost, but yet makes them a profit as well. That's the key of it all. And it's going to be very hard where you have these big manufacturers who have supply lines, supply chains, market capital to be able to say when they're ready to go, boom, we're ready to go. As you can see, Ford, when they got serious, boom. 2 years later, Ford's come out with a all-electric Mustang. When GM got serious, they got 7 models coming out. We're waiting for the Cadillac, the new Cadillac in 2 weeks. Their electrified Cadillac coming out, sedan or SUV coming out. So now, you know, it's going to be even harder for these companies to get in there because of the fact that what can they offer that these other manufacturers been around for many years not offer? You know, can they offer a warranty unlike anybody else? Can they do the Honda and Kia model? When Honda and Kia came out almost 20 years ago, they came in the market and said, how can we compete against GM, Ford, Toyota, Honda, Chrysler? Oh, I know. We'll offer the best warranty out there. 10 years, 100,000 mile warranty. So that's what they did. They offered the best warranty. So people felt comfortable buying those vehicles, buying those cars, and knowing that they have a great warranty that's going to last, that stood behind that product. Now, and they've grown and grown and grown, and now are major manufacturers in the car business. And they still have that warranty. They still stand by that warranty. I don't know if these EVs, other EV startups, can do something like that and stay profitable. You know, so it is really, I think, a bad time for EVs to startup EVs, and I think we're going to see the end of them because they won't be able to survive. As survival time to come out with these were really at the latest 3 to 4 years ago, but now all the big boys are getting involved, and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter to make a profit and compete in those markets. Other startup companies, well, not really startups, but companies that have been around for a while that have new EVs coming out. The Nikola Motors, their semi-truck, they're trying to beat Tesla to market with their product. And then you have Fisker, who's been around for a while, but the Fisker Ocean SUV, which I am super excited about seeing. I can't wait for it. And I am on board if that thing ever comes out to market and comes. I'm getting one for sure. That's, you know, it'll be questionable if that ever makes it out or not, if Fisker stays fluid or not. You know, I'm not sure of Fisker's financials, but that, you know, who knows? But these companies have already been around, but they're new EV models trying to compete already in a crowded field. So that's it for today's episode. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. And don't forget to like and hit the notification button below. Again, thank you for watching. And please stay tuned to my next video. And when it comes to EVs, continue to stay focused. Bye-bye.